Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. This spread is for my reading journal. It's my May reading log. The first thing I read in May was Voices in the Sea Foam, which was an arc that I read, and I talked about that in another video. After that, I read a manga called Love Whispers, Even in the Rusted Night, which is by the same mangaka who wrote Happy of the End, which is one of my favorite BL series. I think Love Whispers, Even in the Rusted Night was one of her first works. And I feel like you can kind of tell that, not in a bad way, just in the sense that like her writing and like, paneling and pacing, everything has gotten so much better. I liked it though. It was about a man who is being beaten up, abused by his boyfriend, and he has a run-in with an old classmate that he used to have feelings for. So, old feelings are stirring up again. It definitely had that melancholic air that I like in a story, and also very character driven, as is Happy of the End. It's not like my favorite story I've ever read, but I definitely liked it. After that, I read a manga that I forgot to look up what the English title of it might be, but it was called Aioi. I think that's how you pronounce it. Aioi Musubi. It's actually 2 volumes, but I only read volume 1. There was just something off about like the pacing and the story itself. There was just like something off about it that made it a little confusing. And I feel like it was a relatively straightforward like premise, so it really shouldn't have been confusing. It was an age gap story about this young man who has kind of always been like looked after by this older man. The main character, when he was a child, is when he first met the male lead, and the male lead was a teenager at that time. And the main character just realizes that he sees the male lead as more than just sort of like an older brother, more than just like family, that he actually loves him romantically. And the male lead obviously has feelings too, but it seems like he was trying to contain that because I'm guessing he probably didn't want to break up, the feeling of like, oh, we're a family. And like, you look up to me as almost something like a father figure. I thought there was a very, very, very weird panel actually in there where there was like a little flashback of the male lead and the main character when they were both younger. And the male lead is like thinking something to himself, or does he say it out loud? He's something like, "It's always been you." That's weird. I mean, maybe it was just the translation. I don't know. But yeah, I did not read volume 2. After that, I read In This Hazy World, I Only See You, which is about a character who has some form of face blindness he feels, but it's like in relation to trauma, not just like straight up. I think people who are face blind just like are born that way, right? Like it's not like, I don't know. I don't think you need like a head injury or anything, right? Like it's just like something is different about your brain. I don't know. But it's not so much face blindness as it is like he sees these like dark, scary like scribbles across everyone's face. And one day he's at his job, his part-time job, and a guy walks in and he can see his face like clearly. And it's a restaurant that the main character works at. So he has to go take this table's order, and the male lead, the man whose face he can see, when he looks at the main character, he suddenly like jumps up and he was like, "Will you go out with me?" Like he's just suddenly like confessing almost. He's like, "Will you go out with me?" And the main character is like, "What? Like, I don't know you." But he's curious because why can he see this guy's face? So the two of them just start sort of hanging out together. They get closer. I would have loved the story so much if it was literally just that and like the main character working through his trauma as to like, why he can't see faces. It has to do with bullying. But for absolutely no reason, I felt like the story got so melodramatic. It was not needed. Like the dramatics of what happened, it just was not needed. It has that trope I don't like of people have met in the past, but one doesn't remember. I can't stand that. And it just like, it wasn't needed. I think a story about 2 people meeting and one of them has face blindness, but yeah, he can see this one guy's face. Like that is interesting enough. I'm talking too much actually. Like this is what happens when I don't make spreads about all the different things that I read during the month. The next thing I read after that was The Transparent Vessel of Love. I did end up making a spread about it, so I talked about that in another video. After that, I listened to an audiobook of a book called Beautyland. I just randomly saw it on Libby, and I am so happy I trust my instincts when I see a book. It was so good. It's about this girl who turns into a grown woman, of course, named Adina. And she is born on the same day that we launched something, Voyager 2? I don't know what it's called. On the day we launched something, the thing that has like the music playing in space. At the core, it's just like a story about a girl coming of age, turning into a grown woman, navigating life, all the things that happen in life, ups and downs and love and loss, all of that. And navigating all that while feeling like an outsider, an alien. I think that definitely this could be read as, a metaphor for being neurodivergent. But I think anyone who feels a little outside of the norm would really relate to this. It was a beautiful story, and I absolutely loved the audiobook, and I'm so happy I listened to the audiobook because it was like being told a story. Like I kind of want a physical copy now because I really enjoyed it that much. After that, I read Tamaki and Amane, which is a really, really, really interesting manga. It's a bunch of different short stories about people named Tamaki and Amane. And they're all set like through different periods of time. Some of them are in like ancient Japan, some of them are modern day. And they're all love stories, but they're not all romantic love stories. That was just such like an interesting premise for a manga even. And then after that, I read Danky Night, which I talked about in my last video. It's not quite the end of the month yet, per usual, as I'm recording this, so I still need to finish reading Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 4. And also, I'm listening to the audiobook of Yesteryear, which is a book that's like really popular right now. I'm only currently 25% of the way through, but my copy is due back on May 29th, so one way or another, I need to finish it before the end of the month. I'll put something on the screen so you can know whether or not I liked it or if I even ended up finishing it. But that was everything that I read in the month of May. So in my last video, was it? I'm pretty sure. I was talking about how I wanted to make a spread about everything that's been happening recently that's like a personal 9/11 to me. And so that's this spread, but I didn't want to just make it about that. So I also decided I wanted to combine it with a spread about my hobbies recently. I was also saying that in another video that I wanted to note that I've finished certain things related to my hobbies or I've gotten something new. So yes, that is what this spread is. Hobby updates as well as personal tragedies. And I am using tragedies in a very loose way. Obviously, like this is not even remotely close to like the worst things going on in my life. These are just things that like happened and it was a shock to the system. My hobby updates are kind of like self-explanatory. I don't think there's like really anything in particular that I haven't told you about, except for my best friend brought me a word search book. I can't remember if I said that. So I've been doing word searches recently. That's been a lot of fun. On that same day, she actually brought me another Miffy blind box. And this one had the possibility of getting Melanie. I love Melanie. I think that's why she got it for me, because I was telling her like, it's harder to find Melanie on things. I did not get Melanie, but that's okay. But anyway, yes, I feel like all the pictures are kind of self-explanatory. You'll see. Oh, and also in my last video, I said I did something crazy. This is definitely hobby related. Are y'all ready to hear what I did? Like this is so, it was on such like an impulse. This is so dramatic for no reason. I posted chapter 1 of a fanfic that I started writing so long ago. Oh my God, I cannot believe it. The number of fanfics I've started and stopped over the years is crazy. And I don't know why, I don't know why I posted it. I literally could not tell you. I don't know why I posted chapter 1 of it. I don't know why. Because I have no plans of finishing it. Like, why would I do that? I keep telling myself like, it's okay, no one's gonna read it. But then I'm like, oh my God, what if no one reads it? I don't know. It has 2 kudos right now. So I'm famous. Anyway, let me tell you about the worst of all of my personal tragedies recently. This is when I tell you, number one, you're gonna be like, girl. All the other ones are kind of minor in comparison to this. This is what has made me spiral the most though. The other day, my best friend told me she accidentally saw an email receipt where her boyfriend had purchased a $7,000 ring from an engagement ring company. And I know you're like, Sheree, why is this your 9/11? Because I'm not financially prepared to be a bridesmaid. And that's me being so presumptuous. Like, what if she doesn't have any bridesmaids? I actually kind of hope she doesn't. But also there's still so much to do. Like there's still a dress to purchase. There's still a gift to purchase. And then what about all the other things surrounding a wedding? Like what about like a bachelorette party? Like I am not financially prepared. I am not a real adult. I don't care how old I get. I'm not a real adult. And she knows that I don't have any money. It's not like it would be a shock or a surprise to her. She knows. But I'm just feeling so guilty about the fact that I'm definitely not going to be able to give her the sort of experience she deserves. Especially like, what if she does like a maid of honor thing? What if I'm her maid of honor? Like if you watch my videos then you know like I can't even drive. I don't even have a driver's license. That seems like an important part of being a maid of honor. How am I going to get to events? And also, isn't it up to like the maid of honor to like, I don't know, coordinate things with, I don't know, other people, other bridesmaids? Oh my God. Like this is actually a nightmare. Like I'm not kidding when I tell you, I used to lie awake at night riddled with anxiety about this very thing. Like this is honestly low-key my nightmare coming true. And then during the spiral I've been in, I got an email the other day. It was from Indeed and it was like, there's a Whataburger opening. Would you like to work at Whataburger? And I was like, you know what? They might see me down at the Whataburger. The way I see it is I have less than 2 years because I just feel like she has been with her boyfriend for so long. She's not going to take like forever to get married. I feel like I have less than 2 years. Like the countdown is on. It honestly would be helpful to know a timeline though, because I can plan like my diet that way as well. Because you know, I don't want to out skinny the bride. Oh my God. But like, I do have to make sure I look better than anyone else who is going to be in the wedding. Mind you, I don't know how to do my makeup. Who's going to do my hair and makeup? I do have to pay for that. Oh my God. Anyway, now that this spread is finished, we can go put all the spreads that I made today into my digital journals. Y'all, what if I told you the power just went out? This is the second time this has happened. I heard an explosion and then the power went out. There's a vlog on my channel where that happened before. The way my stomach has been growling the entire time I've been recording this and now I cannot make anything. I was gonna put a couple of hash browns in the air fryer. That was gonna be so good. I guess on the bright side, there's no refrigerator noise now. Also, I'm hoping that by the time I post this video that I will have finally finished my Jaehyun getting out of the military spread. I've been talking about it now this is the third video, so for 3 weeks. Speaking of K-pop, by the time you're watching this, Taeyong's album would have come out, Sanha's new album would have come out, aespa's new album will have come out. I'm gonna have so much music to listen to. I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, also, since I was talking about music, Billy's new album is so good. Their comeback, Zap, and then also they had like, I guess it was sort of a double title track, kind of. Work. Work is what people think Whiplash by aespa is. Also, as I was telling you, I have some free time in June, and that free time is coming up. Like, as you're watching this, that free time is starting in a couple of days. I'm so excited. I'm not prepared, though. The main things that I want to do are watch The Summer Hikaru Died, and then also read Circe. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't want to listen to it on audio. I want to read it with my own 2 eyes. I just want to read it before The Odyssey comes out. Not that I'm going to go see The Odyssey in theaters, unfortunately, because movie tickets are $5 million, but I do want to read it before then. Also, you know what I just thought about? If the Wi-Fi is out, how am I going to edit the video I need to edit today? Okay, so the situation has gotten a little bit more dire than just me being hungry. Anyway, thank you for watching today's video. Everything I used in today's spreads will be in my Pinterest board. The link to that is in the description box, along with the links to all of my other social media accounts, as well as the links to all of the Google Drive folders for all of my journal and deco kits. If you have any questions, please let me know and I'll do my best to answer them. I hope that your June gets off to a good start, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone!